Well, now I'm just going to teach you about another thing of the function. Basically, we can create the parameters also. We can pass some parameters and their values with some easy ways. We can put the value, we can put the parameter name here, any parameter here, any parentheses of the function, and then we just can put the value in where we just call the function. This is really interesting, just like the variable, because the value can be vary. But how to use them? This is not actually the variable. Little bit difference between them. I'm just going to clear you about that. So now what I'm just doing, I'm just actually removing this line, which is not really important. I'm just simply typing I live in. Now I know where I live in Pakistan, but actually here the value can be vary, so I just don't know where I live basically. So now here I'm just removing this BR for now, and before removing the BR, I'm just going to the parentheses and just declaring a variable, the parameter country. Okay, I live in country, and which is the country, I'm just gonna declare that too. So now I just need to you know, concatenate, or otherwise you know that I'm just using the double quote, so I can use that country inside that. So the country, now save, because this is the simple double quote, so I can use the variable inside that. Now the BR, which is really necessary. Now where to put the value for the country? We can put the value of the country where we just call the function. Now I'm just going to the browser to show you that how it works. Localhost/learn PHP, sorry, wrong address, learn PHP, and press enter. Oh, there are a lot of mistakes. I have to find out. On line number 13, 14, 15, and 19, the function. Okay, all the mistakes are really simple, that they're just telling that the undefined variable country, exactly, we just didn't define the variable named country. So for now I'm removing these functions and then save, and now I'll just get only single error. Now you can see that warning, missing argument for func1 called in line number 17. Okay, and where we just define, it is just telling both of the things. On line number 17 we are just calling the function, the func1, and we define the function on line number 8. Okay, so go to the browser back, and I'm just putting the value here inside the parameter, inside the parentheses where we are just calling the function. I'm just typing here in a string way Pakistan. So save, and I'm just going to the browser and refresh the page. So now you can see that I live in Pakistan. But the interesting thing in the function, in the parameters of the function, which is actually changed from the variable, that when we just duplicate that, now I'm just calling the function again, the same function. I'm removing the simple line because this was the old method, which is not necessary for now to you. Now here I'm just going to the browser and refreshing the page. So now I live in Pakistan and I live in Pakistan. Both things are same, but here if I just type the China, oh, the C, China, and save and go to the browser back and refresh the page. So now I live in Pakistan and I live in China. So both are there with different values. However, I just applied the country on both of them, or actually the whole function, and basically it's just I live in country, but the value for the country is Pakistan, China, or so ever. In the same way, if we just work on integer, so we can basically make a calculator also. I'm going to show you that too. So just press enter, and I'm just typing the function. I'm just declaring another function, and the calc1 for now, and the parentheses and the curly braces, and going inside and there. What I'm just doing, I'm doing something very interesting, because I'm just gonna put some integers. But before that, I just want to teach about the return statement. What is the return statement? Let me clear that. For example, if I just press enter, and here if I just don't want to echo the value. For example, I just don't want to echo the I live in country. I just want to store the value in the function one. I just don't want to return the value. So how we can do that? I'm removing the echo. I just don't want to echo that. So simply type the return. Okay, return, save, and go to the browser back, and let's just see the result. Refresh, and now I'm not getting the I live in China or I live in Pakistan, because really simple that I'm not echoing. So how this function, these things where we're just calling the function, can echo the value? It's not echoing anymore. It's just simply returning the values. But if you still want to echo that, so what to do? Echo and space, and go to the browser back and refresh the page. So now I live in Pakistan. So basically what the return does, this return actually stored the value when we just want to echo, so it's echoing. However, we just called the function, but it didn't echo the value. Okay, but when we just echoed, so it just echoed the value of the func1, where the value of the country is Pakistan. But if we just only want to return the value, as we are just returning the values here, so there is another best way. Instead of directly returning the value, we should save the data in a variable. I'm just typing var1, and here I'm just typing, what I'm just doing, I'm just going down and just return the var1. So it's still the same, the var1 has the value, but this is a unique method. Instead of directly typing the return the string, now actually the function is returning the var1. Okay, so there, when I just type the func1, so it's still in the same mode. Go to the browser and refresh. Now I'm just getting I live in Pakistan. Okay, when I just go there, I'm just typing echo, so save, and now refresh. Now I live in China. So why this happened? Basically, sometimes we just don't want to echo the value. Sometimes we just want to send the value to the database. We just want to store the value to the database. We just don't want to show the value to everyone, so we can directly store instead of the echoing. That's why the return function is really important. So now in a calc1, in the calculation 1 function, I'm just going to teach you about using the integer, and here I'm just going to use the return, because exactly here I just don't want to print out the value, echo the value. So now what I'm just doing, I'm just typing $a equal to b plus c, sorry, the b plus c. Okay, save. Now press enter, or yeah, press enter. At this time I'm just typing the 10 here. Okay, 10. Now here I'm just return the a. Now what is the value of the a is, if I just go down, and here I'm just calling the calc1, the function, and the value for the b. Okay, b, there is no b declared, so I'm just going there, and this b is there. Okay, now I just need to get the b from where we're just calling the calc1, so the b. Save, and I'm just going to the browser and refresh the page. So now nothing happens. Oh, undefined variable b, here is the b has been defined. Oh, instead of putting the value, I just type the name, so now the b. So now go to the browser and refresh the page back, and now you can see that no error is there. And now I'm just echoing the value, echo, and save, and go to the browser and refresh the page. Now the 20, because that one was the 20. If I just type here duplicate, and I just type the 58 and save, and now go back to the browser and refresh the page. So now this is 68. I just need to put the echo also. Oh, sorry, not the echo, the br. I just need to echo the br also. So refresh the page back, and now the 68 and the 20. So I'm just gonna clear it again. Here I just mentioned the value of 10, and there is b. And what is the value of b? So there is no value of the b. I'm just getting the value of the b from where we just calling the function. So through the parameter, I'm just passing the value for the b. Okay, now the calculation of the b plus 10, I'm assigning with the a, and I'm just returning the a. So the return of this function is actually only the a, and I'm just printing or echoing the a with the value, with sending the value of the b. So basically here this is a 58. I'm just the value is 10 plus b means 58. So now I'm just getting the 68, and here I'm just getting the 20. Well, the another thing, why we just put the value of the 10 here, this is not a really good option. So here I'm just typing $C. So now where is C? Do you know about C? No, sorry, I just don't know. So now we can actually pass the multiple parameters also. So how we can pass the multiple parameters? Go there in the parentheses and put the comma and press enter, and then the C. Now save. So here we can actually send multiple parameters, as I said. Now the b is there and the c is there, and now here, because we just called multiple parameters at the top, we are just asking for multiple parameters. So here we're just calling the functions, we just need to put the multiple by the same way, 10, and I'm just typing here the 64, whatever. Now always remember that the b is the first parameter, so the 10 is the value of the first parameter. C is the second parameter, so the 64 is the value of the second parameter. And the interesting thing is we can put as much as parameters we want. Well, here I'm just putting a comma and then I'm just typing 89 and saving and going to the browser and refresh the page. So now the 74, the 147, just press enter, and here I'm just typing the 8 comma. This is not necessary to put the space here. I'm just adding in space for just beautifying this. Without any space, I'm just typing 6 and saving and going to the browser and refreshing the page. So now you can see that this one is the 14 here. The 6 in 8 is equal to 14. Okay, let's just copy this PR's echo and just print that here and save and refresh the page. So now that is actually which I just wanted to tell you. I think you just understood about these functionalities of the function. This is pretty awesome and really interesting, I know, but there is something more I just want to clear about the scopes. We're just creating the variable inside the function. So can we call this variable, we're just creating the variable inside the function. So can we call these variable out of the function, or can we call the variable inside a function which we just declared out of the function? Let's just learn about that right now. I'm just gonna make another calculator. This is not necessary to make the calculators only. We can create the strings and whatever. I'm just gonna teach you about the feature, not about the integers or the strings. So by the way, here what I'm just doing, I'm just going inside and then I'm just typing the ABC, the D equal to E multiplied by F. Okay, now I'm just returning, the return should not be the variable, the return D. Okay, I'm returning the D. And now where is the E and the F? I'm not getting the E and the F from the parameter. Okay, pressing enter and echo for now, and before the echo, why not I just put the space in the BR, which is really necessary, and the echo and then the calc 2. So now here I'm not passing the values through the variables, through the parameters. I'm just gonna use the parameters, the variables. Sorry about that. Here the dollar, the E, I'm just putting the value for the E as 5 and just pressing enter, and the F for 9. Okay, now here you know that these are the E and the F, and the return of the E and the F is D. And here now it's automatically showing because I'm not putting anything in a parameter, because I'm not sending or asking for any value, where we're just calling the function. So go to the browser and refresh the page. Oh, some kind of error in line number 10. Let's just check that out. This is line number 10. Oh, the F is really necessary. Save and refresh the page. Now you can see that undefined variable F, undefined variable E, which is called in line number 25. This is line number 25, E and F. But the issue is we just defined both of them. Basically the issue is we just cannot call the variables which we just declared. So how to call them inside? Basically these are local variables. We just need to make them global. Okay, we just cannot call the local variables inside the function, inside any function, the function calc1, the function func1, or the calc2. We just cannot call them inside any function until we just make them global. So now here there are two ways to make a variable global. Let's just type the global and just press in space and just simply call the E and then the semicolon. Oh, press enter, another global, and then F, and now save and go to the browser and refresh the page. So now refresh the page. Now you can see that the 45 is there. 45. Why the 45? Because 9 5 5 9s are 45. Exactly, 5 9 is equal to 45. So this is pretty awesome. So now this I just make them global. There is another way. I'm just gonna teach you another way also. The next way is every function automatically becomes global, or actually every variable becomes global and saves any array in a global array. How to use a global array? I just didn't teach you about the array yet, but I'm gonna teach you about that. But for now, let's just learn the global array. Then we'll talk about the arrays as well. Basically, what the arrays are basically in an array we can use multiple data, not a single one. Okay, in an array we can save multiple data, and there are some kind of predefined arrays as well which can save some data automatically as the global one. So now this is the way to call any data from the array. The E, this is the variable, the E is a variable, but this is globals now. Yes, now this is one, the globals E, and the multiply by another global. Global means something which is outside of the function. Globals f. Now I just want to save them in a D. Okay, let's just make that as comment. Now save and go to the browser and refresh the page. So now you can see that it's still, the data is same. That means it's going perfect. We're just getting the perfect result, the E multiplied by F. So guys, I hope you understood about the functions a lot more. We'll just talk about some more things in the next class. Stay tuned and goodbye.